House is a mystery and coming-of-age novel written by Louise Erdrich. Erdrich was born in 1954 in Minnesota to a Chippewa Indian mother and a German-American father. She is considered one of the most significant writers of the Second Native American Renaissance. She studied at Dartmouth, wrote 14 novels, fiction and poetry, including Yellow Boat in Blue Water, one of her most famous novels.
The story follows Joe, a 13-year-old Native American boy living on a reservation in the 1980s. His father is a lawyer for the reservation, and his mother works as a tribal enrollment specialist. He has 3 friends, Angus, Zach, and Cappy, who all share a love of the TV show Star Trek. On the reservation, he has a strong community of family, including his white aunt Sonia and his grandfather Musha. His life is fairly normal until one day he and his father notice the absence of Joe's mother. She returns home traumatized and injured and is quickly taken to the hospital, where it is discovered she has been raped. Following her return from the hospital, Joe's mother enters a period of seclusion and depression, refusing to talk about the incident. Joe and his dad take many steps to comfort his mother, including planting a garden and getting a dog named Pearl to guard the house. Simultaneously, he and his father work to find the man responsible for the rape of Joe's mother. Joe's father suspects White Boy and a man named Lyndon Lark based off of past court rulings he studied. Lyndon Lark is a white racist man who scorns his twin sister Linda because she has been born deformed. Joe and his friends decide to visit the scene of the crime, an old Native American religious building known as the Roundhouse, to find information on their own. They also spy on another suspect, Father Travis, a Catholic priest on the reservation. Joe and his father are eventually able to get his mother to talk about the attack, learning important details that inform their search to find the perpetrator. Joe and his father's search eventually leads them to the prime suspect. However, he could not be convicted because there is no evidence on whether the rape occurred on reservation land or state land. As the perpetrator continues to appear around the reservation, Joe takes it upon himself to take revenge so that his mother and father won't have to live in constant fear.
Time is fluid throughout this novel, and the story is written in the past tense, almost like a memoir or reflection from Joe's point of view. Erdrich doesn't use quotations in her writing, making the story feel more like a memory. The author heavily uses symbolism, Native American legends, and foreshadowing to create an effective mystery novel, emphasizing the Native American traditions passed on from generation to generation. Joe's mother and father both have their respective family spirit animals, and Musham tells ancient Native American legends in his sleep, which mirror Joe's own journey throughout the novel. An important theme addressed in this novel is the injustice of the legal system, particularly towards Native Americans and victims of rape. A good example of this is how the perpetrator ultimately could not be prosecuted because the roundhouse was on the junction of tribal land and federal land. Another major theme in the novel is the abusive relationship between men and women. Women are abused and disrespected by the men throughout the novel. The most obvious instance of this is the rape of Joe's mother. Lyndon's relationship with his twin sister, Linda, is an example of how men can verbally abuse women. Joe's close friend, Cappy, meets a girl named Zelia, and in the course of their relationship, he abuses her as he takes away her innocence. Joe's aunt, Sonia, is the best representation of this theme, as she tells Joe that throughout the entirety of her life, men have abused her. She says that men only value women for what they can give them, and she accuses Joe of becoming like this.
Throughout the novel, Erdrich creates believable character development. This is seen as the members of the reservation react in realistic fashion to the events that occur. The group of young boys are the most likable and relatable in the book as they struggle through early adulthood. Joe's mother, after the rape, gradually becomes thinner and thinner as she refuses to eat or leave her room. At one point, Joe becomes worried that she will wither away. As the case develops, however, she regains her strength and has a desire for revenge. Cappy, Joe's closest friend, starts off very positive, but slowly becomes more and more depressed after Zulia leaves. Before long, he begins to make riskier decisions, such as drinking and smoking. Joe is the most developed character, and the author clearly shows the changes in his emotions and thought process throughout the novel. He changes from being sheltered and dependent on his parents to learning to act for himself and his own responsibility for his family as well as his actions. Joe loses his innocence after his mother is raped and becomes determined to catch the man who did it, putting his own life at risk in the process. He also begins hiding information which makes his father worried and strains their relationship. During all of this, he isolates himself from his mother, talking to her as little as possible and unable to accept the fact that his mother.
This book qualifies as a great American novel as it gives voices to people living in America during the 1980s and presents topics and issues that are still relevant today to people of all backgrounds. This book addresses both Native Americans and women as minority groups and draws attention to their lack of power in current society. The topic of the failure of the justice system in rape cases is topical today, as many abused women do not get the justice they deserve. The book also describes the poverty and deteriorating cycles present in Native American reservations to this day. By critiquing and drawing attention